worst mistakes are not paid for with money, but with life. In a world of power, one rich daughter's crazy desire can become a poor man's poison. This is the story of Bayo, a loyal man, and Olivia, a spoiled woman whose obsession became a death sentence. The story began in a place built on faith and loyalty, Bayo and Kudi's simple home. Kudi always worried about the dangers of the palace. Kudi is seen fixing Bayo's collar. She says, "My husband," they say, "a big tree is known by its shade. Your love is my peace, but please be careful. These rich people, their light can blind you." Bayo smiles, holding her hands, and replies, "I am yours, Kudi. My loyalty is not a jacket I wear to work. It is the skin I live in. No amount of money can change that." They were living in peace, unaware a disaster was about to hit the palace. Bayo's job was in the president's study. He was neat and focused, organizing stacks of papers on the huge desk. But Bayo was tired. Exhausted from his work, he pulled off his suit jacket and then his shirt to wipe sweat from his neck before heading to the washroom. For a brief moment, his muscular chest and body were exposed. It was in that exact moment, when his body was showing, that Olivia walked in. She was the one who saw him. She froze in the doorway, her eyes fixed on Bayo's body. Her expensive look broke, replaced by instant, raw, physical desire. The PA had accidentally shown the trigger for a powerful obsession. Olivia, the untouchable princess, was instantly trapped. Bayo quickly put his shirt back on, noticing Olivia's dangerous stare, and she started her move. "You are still here, Bayo. Good. I thought you might have run off to your village, girl." Bayo stepped back, his voice firm, rejecting her power. "Miss Olivia, I am the PA, and I am a married man. We must show respect here." That rejection, choosing loyalty over her wealth, made Olivia furious. "You say no to me? You pick dust over diamonds? Fine. You will pay for this, Bayo. I will make sure the life you have and the girl you love both burn down." The snake had hissed. Bayo had nowhere left to run. Olivia stormed out. The trap was set. Bayo was now marked for destruction. Olivia moved fast. She secretly put the president's cash into Bayo's suit pocket. She then violently smashed a large sculpture and started screaming, faking a panic attack. President Adetayo and guards rushed in. "Father, he attacked me. He tried to force himself on me," she sobs, "and he stole. He stole the operating funds. Check his pocket." The president, looking devastated, ordered the guards to check Bayo's pocket. The guard found the money. President Adetayo looks heartbroken. Slight pause. "It is said, when a goat chews a shepherd's rope, it has invited itself to slaughter. Bayo, what foolishness is this? How could you betray my trust like this?" Bayo fought back, his anger and fear showing. "Sir, she is lying. She is crazy about me. She is setting me up. I am innocent." But the word of the president's daughter was all it took to finish Bayo. The president ordered his immediate arrest. The scene quickly changed to the sad reality of the prison visiting area. Bayo and Kudi, separated by a steel gate, shared their desperate pain. "Bayo, my love, tell me it is not true. Please, if you touched her, tell me now." Bayo gripped her hands, swearing on their covenant. "Kudi, never. You know the promise we made. She is forcing this because I love you. I am innocent, my wife." Kudi sobbed, relief mixed with crushing sadness. "I believe you, my heart. I always will. But how do we fight this kind of power?" Bayo's voice was rough with no hope. He told her there was no chance against the president's power. Their talk showed their strong bond, but Kudi was frozen by grief. Days later, on a public road, the final breakdown point arrived. Bayo, desperate, shackled, and covered in grime, was being dragged roughly between court transfers like a common criminal. Kudi saw him from a distance, frozen by the sight. Bayo spotted her instantly his eyes locking onto her face as tears rolled down his own face. He screamed with all his remaining strength, his voice cracking. "Kudi! Kudi! Hear me! I am innocent! Kudi! Help me! Don't forget our love! Kudi! Help me!" Seeing her love dragged away, screaming his truth and covered in tears, shattered Kudi's paralysis. Her tears of sorrow instantly turned into fierce resolve. She knew she had to fight. Kudi quickly found a lawyer. She sat across from her, listening to the grim facts. The lawyer said, "Kudi, the president's word is stronger than 1,000 truth serums. We need proof. Real evidence that Miss Olivia set him up. Without it, your man is gone forever." Kudi rushed back to her empty home. The lawyer's words rang in her head. "Your man is gone forever." She fell onto the floor and started crying heavily. Tears poured onto the simple rug below her. She felt completely alone and crushed by the president's power, crying out for Bayo and their lost future. But in the middle of her pain, she asked herself, was she going to let the princess win? Kudi slowly wiped her face. She stood up, her sadness turning into a hard strength. She looked around her home, seeing what she had to fight for, and knew crying was useless. She had to fight them using a trick. Right away, she planned the brave move that would take her inside the enemy's house. Kudi's mission was clear: risk everything to enter the mansion. Kudi found Olivia at a fancy restaurant. She approached Olivia's table and deliberately poured a drink on her expensive dress. Immediately, Olivia let out a sharp, ear-piercing scream as she jumped up. "My dress! You dare touch me! Look at this dress! Do you know how much this costs? You poverty-stinking thing! You think you can spoil my dress, you worthless rat!" Kudi immediately fell dramatically to her knees, begging, "Oh, Miss Olivia, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. It was a mistake. I will serve you. I will work for you as a slave all my life to pay for this mistake. Please." Olivia smiled with cruel pleasure, seeing a new way to hurt Bayo's true love. "Your money is useless to me, but your service, that is interesting. You will work for me as a slave in my home for your entire life. Get in the car. You start now." The lion did not know she had invited the mongoose into her own home. Kudi's war began inside the palace walls. The following morning, Kudi was serving the president at the dining table when the president noticed her. "Who are you? I haven't seen you before." Olivia cut in sharply, claiming Kudi. "Father, she's my new servant. She had a debt to pay. She stays." The president sighed heavily, looking at Kudi with a brief flash of concern. "My daughter, is this truly necessary? It seems harsh. Perhaps a fine would be better than binding her to service here." Olivia immediately turned her power on her father, her eyes demanding obedience. "It is necessary, father. It is my will. She stays." The president knew better than to argue with his obsessed daughter. He simply gave a small, defeated nod. "Very well, Olivia, if it is your will." The president's small nod of agreement, given under duress, was Kudi's permission to search. Kudi began looking, moving quietly through the rooms, checking every private spot. She found nothing until she realized the truth. The best witness wasn't a person. It was the security camera footage. She sneaked into the president's study. In her hurried search, she mistakenly knocked down a small glass. The sound was loud and sharp in the quiet room. At that exact moment, the door opened and the president walked in. He was shocked to see her there. Kudi froze. Her heart stopped, instantly realizing she had been caught. The president's face was stern and suspicious as he pointed to the broken glass. "What are you doing here?" Kudi immediately fell to her knees, hiding her fear. "President, sir, I was told to clean. The glass must have been loose. Forgive me." The tension was suffocating. Kudi was forced to clean under the president's suspicious watch, but she was not defeated. She knew the hard drive had to be close. The next night, Kudi returned. She found the security panel and quickly downloaded the camera footage. The evidence was hers. But the moment of victory was also the moment of disaster. She immediately opened the file on her phone and pressed the button to send it to the lawyer. She was waiting to see if the file had gone through when the door opened. Olivia walked in, turning on the lights, her voice full of triumph. "What are you doing in my father's room, little maid? I know you were up to something. I have been watching your movements day by day. Now you have failed. Give me that phone." Olivia violently smashed Kudi's phone. Kudi screamed in total defeat, watching her hope shatter, believing she had failed. The president rushed into the room, having heard the noise. Olivia pointed to Kudi and started to lie, acting very upset. "Father, she sneaked in here to steal. She was trying to steal my money and break into the safe. I caught her. She is a thief." The president was tired and very angry at all the trouble. He looked at the broken phone and the upset Olivia. His face became very hard. He immediately gave the command for her arrest. Kudi screamed in total defeat, watching her hope shatter. The guards immediately took hold of Kudi. They dragged her roughly out of the mansion and into a police van. She saw the true face of power. Kudi was taken to the prison. She saw Bayo, and they rushed to the dividing gate separated by the bars that now held them both. "Bayo, I failed. She won. She smashed the phone. Our only hope is gone." "I was so close. I was so close to getting the truth to save you. I tried my best, my love," Kudi wailed, shaking the bars and crying heavily. They held each other across the metal, trapped in the deepest sadness of their tears of love. Bayo looked into Kudi's eyes, his own eyes heavy with tears. "My love, we face this together. If we must lose everything, we lose it side by side." Kudi nodded, accepting their terrible fate, but not their separation. "Yes, my heart, we will fight this darkness together until the end." The next day, the court date was set. Bayo and Kudi, broken and in shackles, stood before the judge, waiting for a life sentence. But just as hope died, a miracle arrived. The courtroom doors burst open. Kudi's lawyer rushed in, shouting across the room, "Objection, my lord. I have a statement and I have evidence for this case." The courtroom gasped. The clock has stopped for Bayo and Kudi. Will this last-second evidence be enough to save them from a life sentence? Or will Olivia's power crush the truth forever? The judge is waiting, the evidence is coming, and the war for love is just beginning. What is your prediction? Tell us in the comments right now. Don't miss the shocking climax. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you know the very moment part 2 drops. The evidence and the justice is coming.